Episode 5, so we've only got 3 episodes left of The Walking Dead.
Already?
It's just like life, man. That just goes by faster and faster.
It's crazy. What do you think, JP?
JP?
Japles, what's going on? Where's JP?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. He's currently puking his guts out right now.
Oh, that was very vivid and graphic.
Yeah, old JP apparently
hungover or sick?
No, he's not
pregnant?
hungover. Possibly.
Morning sickness.
I mean, it is 2017, so you never know.
How dare I assume that he can't get pregnant?
Right. So, JP is unfortunately not with us. He's got the flu right now, and I do not want him in this studio with his flu germs. As much as we will miss having him today, he'll be back next week.
We need to get some sound effects. Get him to record some kind of like different quotes. And
he's kind of got catchphrases, right?
Yeah,
so, I mean, we could just have him, oh, Lord, just have that to throw in.
That's a good one, yeah. Granny Nana.
Granny Nana loves that part.
Yep.
Yeah, we could do something. But JP is out with the flu, so we hope he gets well soon. I mean, he needs to get back to work for real. So, JP, if you're listening,
it's crazy.
Get better. But so episode 5, and I can already tell Matt not happy with it.
Was I wearing my emotions on my sleeve?
You were.
Yeah, it's not boring.
See, I like it. I don't mind. Well,
I like the last 10 minutes.
I like the time alone with Negan to humanize him a little bit, to kind of get. And as a comic fan, it's cool to see them referencing the Here Comes Negan storyline where he talks about his wife and cheating on her, and
Lucille,
that he worked with kids, and all of that. But I think they would do better with these scenes as far as the fans. Like I said, it didn't bother me, but I just. I don't mind slow stuff if there's content. Like this Beth and Daryl slow is just still what I say is unacceptable. We don't need a whole episode to get to know these characters, do it. But I mean, I feel like if they would shorten some of these scenes a little bit, it might not be like shorten the, like take the Negan, any scenes you're going to have where there's a lot of talking and growth, let's shorten those and spread them out through the episode and then get back to the intense stuff that's happening. And I feel like it'd be more well received by its audience.
I would hope so.
But
I just wish they would pick. I don't know, man. I don't know what I want from this show anymore.
It's kind of like a tough relationship, it's like we're too far gone.
It was just I get what they're trying to give certain story elements as far as the whole Dwight thing. You have to advance that story a little bit,
right?
You gotta pick up with Rick and Daryl, which I see how they've been building to Rick. We'll get to that in a little bit.
So starting at the beginning, we finally get back to Gabriel and Negan. It only took to episode 5, right?
Yep.
But I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to say. It's going to be interesting without JP in the room, because I wouldn't give this episode like merits and be like, oh, it was mind blowing. But I thought it was a good episode. Matt not so happy. So that's going to be cool to compare notes on that. My only problem, so I'm not downing the episode, but one thing I don't get, I was telling you before we went on, everyone keeps getting these one-on-one or chances to blow Negan's brains out, and they don't take it. I mean, like in the beginning, it made sense. He tackled him, which, and side note, it was really cool to finally see Negan get physical in the sense of just because he's imposing with his personality. But I mean, it's not, it's like someone could say, well, he was physical with Abraham and Glenn. Yeah, when you're surrounded and he's got a bunch of people that have his back, but it was cool to see him just to physically like slam someone down and take their stuff. Like, okay, alpha male. Okay, he's here. But so I get that. But then when he gets his gun back, I mean, I would have probably popped a few shots through the door if nothing else, or just popped out and been like on Dexter, surprise, boom. But I mean, and I get, I understand. Any arguments against that I already have thought about, and I completely agree with all of them. I'm just saying, I feel like Father Gabriel's talking about he knew he was going to die at some point, but he wanted to die with purpose. That was his fear, was to die without purpose. Maybe that's your purpose right there, dude. I mean, you might get eaten, but imagine like what you would do. You kill Negan. Look at the sanctuary. They were about to destroy each other from the inside out, with Negan being gone for like 30 minutes. It's like Negan isn't even gone that long, and they're already rioting. But I don't know. I feel like Gabriel should have sacrificed himself in a way. You know what I mean? Because now it looks like he's dying.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe he just had a ruptured appendix. I don't know. But he doesn't look too good right now.
I mean, it's like we're trying to go for ultra realism here, and there's nothing that would stop your body from having a burst appendix.
He looks like you look in the middle of the night after you had Taco Bell really late earlier in the night.
Like your roommates walk in.
Right. And you're just like, okay, doctor.
Not the electric bills do.
Burrito.
Dying.
It's coming out.
Lava. But yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like he had the chance to take his shot with Negan, and
it's funny because he's like, well, well, show me my purpose, but it's like, here's your purpose. No, not that.
No, I don't want that one.
Show me a different purpose.
Give me a purpose that's easy.
What about this?
Imagine this is Call of Duty. I want to start on the beginner. Yeah. I'm not ready for veteran yet. But yeah, I don't know. But it was really cool. One thing I do really like about this though is I like seeing Negan as like one-on-one with Negan. That's some of my, it's really cool because you get kind of the showboat Negan that's knows all eyes are on him, and he's got a, kind of like Ezekiel. Tonight was kind of like, last night was kind of like Negan's Ezekiel moment to kind of go behind the curtain and drop the act to an extent. I do think Negan is as wild as, not completely as fake as Ezekiel, but you get what I'm saying? Kind of, you get to see the character kind of get put on hold for a little bit to see like the real Negan, which seems like a very sad / angry man.
Yeah.
But,
on the inside, and on the outside too, but yeah.
I'll tell you what, in the meeting at the beginning when he was, like getting angry, Jeffrey Dean Morgan like really does a great job of like being intimidating.
He can be very intense, and it's a slow build too. Like he's able to kind of draw it out.
Right. I like slam the bat on the table like the man when he's doing like the every other word, slamming the.
Yet another time jump backwards for a second. Right. I'm like, what is happening?
I'm seeing that you really don't like these time jumps.
I just wish there would be some way. I'm just a dumb fella like me needs an indication to know that it's in the past. The past is the past. Let's keep it there.
Well, it's like my girlfriend looked up and she's like, how did they get there? And I'm like, it's a time jump.
Your girlfriend and I are the same person, aren't
right? Hey, pretty much.
That's
you
weird.
Both love to cook.
Yeah.
You both find me crazy attractive.
Well, okay. Right. I don't know if that's a crazy attractive.
Insanely sorry.
Oh, there we go.
No, but you both do remind, especially when it comes to this show. You two remind me. She's a lot more, kind of just over it in a way. It's like she likes the show, but she's just not the glory of it that you initially had with the first few seasons has faded.
Right, and I want to give it, I want to stick with it because it's been an enjoyable show. It's still a very popular show. But I just don't know what they need to do to fix themselves. Maybe some people think they don't need to fix themselves, but I do.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like Caitlin said last night, and I'll give this. So keep in mind now, I'm not trashing the show. I like last night's episode.
But
I'm just going to throw these points out there. She said it makes sense, like with, Shiva getting eaten by those zombies. I still don't believe that she couldn't, like, jumped up that bank or ran away. Or she's a tiger. She's like one of the most... efficient killing machines on the planet and surviving. So it's like Caitlin said last night. She goes, it feels like sometimes when they're writing this out, they're like, okay, we need to get here. And this is really awesome, but they don't put a lot of time in the in-between of going, okay, let's see how we can get here. You know what I mean?
Now, I know lions travel in packs. Do tigers travel in packs?
I don't think so. I think they're more solitary. I'm not saying that, you don't see tigers playing around, but I do think every nature show I've seen, you usually just, unless they're like a family, mother had babies.
Mom, dad, babies,
right.
Grandma coming to stay for the weekend.
I don't know. That's interesting. I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like anytime I've watched documentaries and they show like a tiger attacking, it's just like one tiger. As opposed to lions, hunting packs.
Right. You've made the point that, you feel like Shiva could have gotten out of it. So I keep trying to kind of play devil's advocate on that.
Right.
Figuring out, well, maybe, like you said, the toxic fumes made her nauseous.
Right. That's what I'm going to go with.
And, zombie
maybe she got
Shiva.
woozy.
And we'll get to, there's something in the comments we'll get to in a little bit.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We'll get to that.
But what was it I was thinking? I didn't watch again. I try not to watch much of The Talking Dead. I watched the first few minutes, and then I have to get up at 4:30, so I really can't stay up till 11 to watch it anyways. But
you could, but sleep deprivation is bad for the heart and brain.
But I was watching. She had a really good theory with the Saviors. The theory, this lady that was on the Talking Dead.
Some lady.
I cannot remember her name. Again, I just
How dare you assume she's a lady?
Dude looked like a lady, if not.
All right.
But she said that her theory is that perhaps Simon used to lead the Saviors, and Negan came in, dethroned him, but kept him as his right-hand man, kind of belittling him in a way.
It's like an ultimate slap in the face.
Because think about it. He said, Simon, are we backsliding? And, ever since we've seen Negan and Simon together, they seem blissfully happy, like Rick and Daryl. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, remember he told, was it Eugene? Told Rick, Simon's my right-hand man. They seemed happy, but then he's like, are we backsliding? So we don't know what he's talking about in the terms of a backslide.
And Stephen Ogg, dude.
He's awesome.
He is so great.
He was awesome.
He is amazing.
So one theory is that because he said, too, the man that led this place, is letting people this and that. And then we kind of saw not Trevor, Grand Theft Auto. We saw Simon somewhat in a position of leadership and things were falling apart around him. You know what I'm saying? So that would be really cool if that came to light, that Simon was leading the Saviors until Negan came along and, took that role from him and then made him his right-hand man. It's just a theory, but it makes a lot of sense, kind of diving in there.
And who did Regina kill? Was it Regina? Is that her name?
When she shot in the hallway?
Yeah,
I don't know. I was wondering. Yeah,
of course.
I thought she shot Stephen Ogg.
Who else wants a bullet? And everybody's like, I'll take a couple.
I mean, we're starving here.
I mean, we need bullets for our guns, so yeah, I'll take a few. Oh, you're giving up bullets? I'll take some.
Hey,
I want a few
bullets here.
Get your bullets. Get your bullets here.
But yeah, I thought, like I said, I thought she shot Simon at first, and I was like, oh man, that was a crappy way to kill him.
I don't like her or the other guy. The two people who are barely in it, so enough to where you don't care if they die or not, but enough to where like, oh, I don't like them.
Yeah, they'll definitely be dead here soon. Jadis.
Oh. Bless you.
Excuse me. Speaking of Jadis, we see the scenes from next week's Walking Dead. Rick's going back to the garbage people, the trash people, whatever you want to call them.
I never watched the...
you watch it on your phone or tablet, right?
As soon as the credits start, I just turn it off.
Yeah, we see that Rick is going back to them to make another deal.
Oh, my God, Rick, come on.
I think, though, my mode of thinking is probably what Rick's got up his sleeve is, obviously he's not going to trust them, but he's going to use them more or less, whereas last time he was straight up, aligning with them and, going to have I guess an alliance. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but
yeah, that sounds right.
Now I think that in the back of his mind, it's like, all right, screw you. I'm going to get what I'm going to use you for this purpose, and then you're done. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of the characters, though, and we've said it before. Going through these, we don't kill, we do kill cycles. You know what I'm saying? Like Daryl's been through it.
Yeah.
Daryl was we need to go find people. Rick was like, we don't need to find people. Then at the end, Rick's like, we need to find people. Daryl's like, hell with all of them.
Right. Daryl's like, I found dynamite. Let's blow the shit out of them.
Right. And it's like, dude, I get that. I don't know. I get that people go in and out, and life's not really. In real life, you do kind of back and forth on your views. And like this week, I might not agree with this, and next week I might. But at the same time, it's like, dude, they make a point to make it like their main plot point. Like, hey, Rick's very against killing innocents, and Daryl wants to kill everybody, where a few seasons back, Rick would kill anyone who looked like an enemy.
How did that truck fire start?
I guess being tipped over, like Grand Theft Auto.
How does that start? Yeah, Grand Theft Auto rules.
Logic, man.
It's just on its side for long enough, it'll just get caught on fire.
That's what I'm guessing, man. During the gunfire, a spark might have, ignited. When they were shooting, when they were racing. Well, not racing. Sorry, when they were. My mind is everywhere, but here today.
They were kind of racing. They were side by side for a little bit. So if you think about it, they were both trying to go top speed
because they were shooting at Rick.
To the other.
And then Daryl, I don't know, did they really shoot the truck that much, though?
No.
I don't know.
They shot at them. In fact, I don't think they shot at the truck at all. Well, no, he was on the motorcycle shooting a little bit.
I love that this guy has a fully automatic, like 50 caliber machine gun with like a 6-foot range in which Rick and Daryl are swerving back and forth. Can't hit him to save his life. Daryl can pull up behind Rick and with one shot from a pistol, like just pop the dude right, like no problem. I'm a redneck. It's what we do. But so I don't know.
I don't know how that fire started, but I mean, I know TV. I mean, that's why story.
Right.
And the fight between them was really intense for a second. That was how he punched him right in the face.
And then I see, and then they threw it in there. I was really. Call me crazy. I was kind of hoping this was going to cause a divide between them, which it has, but not to. It just wasn't. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I would like to see them. I don't want them to come back together next episode. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them. I want to see opposing views and rifts, and because friendship isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you do have this. So I hope that they go to that. But it was so much. It reminded me of the Shane and Rick fight from back in season 2.
Oh yeah.
But it was so different. The fact that Shane straight up would have killed Rick. Whereas Daryl, as soon as that thing caught fire, the first thing he did was grab Rick's hand and pull him out of there. It's like he wanted to beat him up and take out some frustration on their opposing views, but unlike Shane, he didn't want to
I think that's the little
Rick.
brother complex he's got going on in him.
Well, it definitely had like the little brother headlock. Like, give me back my Mr. Potato Head.
That's a really weird toy. You like Mr. Potato Head?
Not really. I just said that because I'm buying one like literally right now. If you pull up the Amazon search bar, it says Mr. Potato Head, and buying one for my nephew.
Oh, sure.
For Christmas. So.
What kind? Like
no, it's like a bucket. One? It comes with a bunch of.
They still do Mr. Potato Head in his bucket of parts.
Yeah,
and you put all of his parts in his butt.
Yep. No. Wait. Yeah. You pop his butt
no,
down.
it sounds weird, right?
When you say it like that, yeah.
Do you remember Mr. Bucket? Remember the game?
Oh,
Mr.
yeah, where you
Bucket?
put the stuff in, the
put
shapes.
Put your balls in my mouth. Yeah, that's literally what the commercial was. Go look it up. Something about put your balls in my mouth. Mr. Bucket.
I forgot all about that, yeah.
A lot of stuff from childhood that we kind of just phase out.
There's also games where like the dog poops and you clean up the poop.
You but I kind of appreciate that because it teaches kids.
I was going to say,
go outside, just pick up random
so
dog
you want a
shit.
puppy? Here's this game. Play it for a couple of weeks. We'll see how you do.
There's one other story we've kind of touched a little bit on each story.
Yeah, you had Rick and Trouble in Paradise, everybody's favorite bromance, kind of going. And I loved it when Rick's like, so I guess I'm walking. Daryl's like, yep. It just takes off and Rick's hobbling on down the road. But yeah, so Rick's seen a helicopter, which I guess, like you said, back in the Trash People episode last season where the people spotted a helicopter in the background of one of the frames, it's like, maybe that wasn't part of the story. Maybe they were like, oh, my God, we have to cover this up.
Guys, what are we going to do?
This is really expensive. We have to rent a helicopter and pay someone to fly it and film it. This is an expensive cover-up.
We're not letting you come up with any more ideas, Jim.
But, yeah, so people are saying maybe there's more to that helicopter in the background.
Well, we'll find out. I saw that and I asked you. I was like, wait, was he hallucinating?
Right.
You were like, no, that's a helicopter.
I don't think so, man. I think there's something to that. Setting up for, I don't know. I really don't know. They're doing the New World Order right now in the comic books, but I don't think they'll get to that.
The wrestling team?
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's there.
Yeah.
Sting. There's no more like Wolfpack. Right, there's no more Wolfpack, though, in like Hollywood. Like, they're all together.
Oh, okay.
So you've got, like, that's Rick's going to, like, find this helicopter, and on it's going to be Hulk Hogan, Sting. The Macho Man's back from the dead. He's a zombie now, but he's still with the crew. They went and dug him up. Next
episode, there's going to have an announcer, and he's going to be talking to Daryl. And he's going to be like, "So, what are your plans for this weekend?" "Well, I'm about to take Rick down." I don't know.
Daryl will be the new Stone Cold and crack open some like old Milwaukee's and
this weekend on pay-per-view.
I'm trying to think who else was in it. Anyways, I'm getting off subject. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of anything. I'm trying thinking of. Like I said, we had three major stories this weekend. Today.
We had this table of squares, and the meeting with the people,
right?
And then
here's the big question: do you think that Eugene's going to rat?
No, because it's all a part of his plan.
I don't think
this is all a part of Rick and Eugene's plan to take the saviors down from the inside.
I don't think Rick's in on this. Now, I do feel like
11, Eugene is playing the long con.
Michonne Grimes, there you go. I think we're going to give like a little private podcast for you to like tell Michonne Grimes, like describe how it happens in sequence.
Okay.
Like, like have the music going.
I know that's like Kill Bill or whatever, but I still like that music.
Or like Mission Impossible, you're talking about like the dun 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 dun.
There's another one. It's like.
Oh yeah. I love Kill Bill too.
Yeah.
And one.
Wait. Also, I was just thinking. Also, in the number 2.
But yeah. So I don't know. I think that he would rat him out, but I'm thinking right now he's trying not to. But with the pressure being on of Negan telling him basically solve this problem or I'm going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I think Eugene may be forced to do that. But I think that Eugene is going to try to redeem himself. But right now I'm on team screw Eugene. Like I don't
screw Gene.
Screw Gene. I don't care if he tries to redeem himself.
Let me see that in the comments. Hashtag screw Gene.
He's gonna have to sacrifice himself.
Right. If you're with me, if you believe that this is all a long con and Eugene is still a good guy, please support me because nobody believes me.
I don't think so. Now I do think that he's got it in him and he will take an opportunity to try and do something, but right now I think that he's just playing it by ear. I think that he's just doing what he can to survive. He's a coward. He's always admitted he was a coward, and cowards will just do
so much.
Whatever.
He grew so much.
I know. I really like Eugene. I hate that he's.
This isn't what Glenn would want.
It's not what Abraham would want. I mean, he's basically like one of the right hands to the man that bashed the man. Basically, the guy who's helping him survive. Yeah, basically the guy who is keeping him alive now killed the other guy who kept him alive.
I like how Negan, when he brought Father Gabriel back, and he was like, take our friend to number 2. Gently. And this guy just grabbed him and pop me. Granted, it was gentler than they usually do.
Right, yeah.
But I saw that, I was like, that wasn't gentle at all.
Yeah, I like how they show that, like, some one-on-one time with Negan. I mean, we've seen it with Carl. You know, we've seen it with Gabriel. Like, I mean, he does definitely have a softer, not a softer side per se, but I mean, you can connect with him more than you would think, which I think he's got an underlying plan. Like now Father Gabriel has apparently been bit or something. Something's going on.
He's got a burst appendix, man. I'm telling you.
Right. Or maybe he's got the
from
flu,
JP.
Yeah. But if he's been bit and he's going to die, we might see him take Holly's place in the comics to where Negan will return him with a bag over his head, and you'll be like, oh, no, I'm not going to spoil it, but if you read the comics, his death like that would be much better than his death in the comics. Oh, it was rough. Probably one of the roughest ones I've seen. But so yeah, that's even more motivation for you people out there to read the comics. But so I don't know, man. I don't know. I liked seeing Negan. I don't know how to explain it, because it was like Negan's never with his guard down. You know what I'm saying? Like, Negan's always shields up, but it was just
they
cool
humanized
to see him.
him quite. Like, they brought him down from his pedestal that everybody put him up. Thank God for you, Negan.
That was so sexual sounding.
It was just like, hey, Gina, will you say real quick? Just say, oh, thank God for you, Negan. Like, somebody just, I dare you. I will give you my entire paycheck for the day if you say, thank God for you, Negan.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, okay.
I loved going back to the beginning, his meeting with them, man, when he started slamming the bat on the table. Like, it was just like, I just imagine a girl going, we do not. Just way more badass. But yeah, Negan, to him, it's almost like people are inventory. You know what I mean? He's like, people are a resource. Because Simon was like, we'll just go in there and kill them all. Negan's like, people are a resource. Almost like I said, like inventory, like they, I mean, which he's right. I mean, people are, but I mean, it's just kind of like, not cool.
We are
Negan.
just objects.
Right. We're not even, we're just property. It's like, no, Negan. But but you notice kind of I'm not going to say the theme, but kind of a reflection here. Both our leaders, Negan and Rick, having a lot of trouble with their right-hand men this episode.
They do that a lot. They mirror stuff in this show between different characters. They do callbacks to other,
Some people will argue that Rick and Negan aren't that different, but I mean, my main selling point is because we see now, like with Negan talking to Father Gabriel, like he truly, I think, does think he's saving the world. It's one of those, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few type things, and he's in his twisted mind. He's and like he told him about
the greater good kind of
right,
thing,
because he told him about Abraham and Glenn. He said the difference is I killed them. I didn't get them.
Yeah,
killed.
your friend.
That was your friend Rick.
Yeah.
And it's like I think in his mind he thinks he's saving people. Yeah, he takes out a few every now and again, but it's the so it's really cool that they kind of dove into that. 'Cause you always kind of wonder, like, is he just like which he is to an extent, but is he just like a self-absorbed lunatic and just wants to glorify himself, or does he really believe in his plan the way that he makes you believe that he is? And I think I got from this episode that he does. He thinks, he is the God's gift to Earth, and he is
the whole purpose
what is
of him
needed
killing
to lead these
Eugene
people.
And Abraham was Abraham and Glenn was that part revenge, part setting an example.
Right, because he would have only killed Abraham had Daryl not hit him, and it was just to set the example. Like, hey, this is who you're screwing with.
That's why he kind of comes off as a dick a little bit. Which that word, the word dick was used quite a bit in this show, this episode. Like and then what was the line that Negan said at the end? I've got my leather jacket, I've got Lucille, and I've got balls of steel.
I love how he's like, I'm back, don't worry. I got the leather jacket, I've got the bat, and I lost the red sash that everyone loves so much. I'll try to get another one. Dwight, get someone on that. But on
the way back, I feel like he was trying to work on, how can I rhyme this? That sounds really good. Let me see. I love Lucille.
It's just so hard to come up with those.
With Lucille.
I would have loved to have seen Abraham and Negan like a freestyle battle, but instead like weird sayings and insults. You know what I'm saying? Because Abraham was great at that too. Now we've got Negan with these weird, like word combinations. I would have loved to have seen them like back, have everybody on their sides and like lay down the beat. Why? You're not rapping. Just lay down a beat.
Lay down a beat. Oh God.
Eugene, you suck at this. But I'm trying to think if there's anything big to cover before we hit up the comments section and wrap this thing up.
The major thing that happened was just I don't know why I keep saying Eugene. I've got Eugene on the mind. Kind
of the recap. You got Dwight is under suspicion from Eugene for being the traitor.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like anyone else is really suspecting him, but Eugene's onto it. The big question, will Eugene rat him out or not? What the hell is wrong with Father Gabriel? Right. Has he been bit? Does he have a fever? Did his appendix rupture?
Thank you. I was wondering if you were going to bring that up. I know
on.
you don't believe it, but thank you for including that. I appreciate you.
What's Negan going to talk to Simon about? He's like, I got to talk to my right hand. He doesn't seem happy with him at all right now.
Did Gregory eat his eggs and pancakes?
I think so.
At the beginning?
How bad? I hate Gregory so bad.
Oh, so much.
That dude does a great job of playing a bitch. Like, 100%. He really is a good actor. Like, I think as an actor, unless people hate you because you're such a bad actor, I think as an actor, it's a skill. It's a skill to get people to hate you.
Right, to elicit that emotion in people. And there's those crazies out there that I guarantee you recognize him and say, "Oh, I hate you so much."
Right.
And I bet he takes a little bit of honor in that, is the fact that this person, he's doing such a great job of making you hate him in this character that they can't differentiate reality from fiction.
The fine lady that plays Cersei in Game of Thrones at Comic Cons, she said
Lena Headey?
Yeah, there you go. Said that people will come up to her and be like, "I don't want your autograph. I hate you." And she said
crazy.
that doesn't bother her because she's like, that must mean that I'm doing a decent job in my role.
She's also on the most watched show on TV, and she's making bank. So I think someone could come to her and go, "You're ugly and I hate you," and she's like, "Well, that's your opinion." Well,
grow your hair back out.
That's just your opinion, man.
Right. But she said she takes pride in it. It's almost like one of those things to where it's like, well, like they don't realize it, but they hate my character. They don't know me.
And I feel more bad for people like that who are just like you're so into
wrapped
this
up
show
into this,
that you can't see past the fact that it's a person playing a person,
right?
And that's really that's what actors want. They want to elicit emotion out of people, like
the chick. And we'll get back to The Walking Dead. The chick in The Mist, the movie, not the show. The religious, like, crazy nut woman.
Oh, that can't find her kids.
She made me hate.
Oh, no,
her.
no, in the yeah.
The like, wasn't Carol the one that couldn't find her kids and then she wandered out?
Yeah, I can't. I think
it was Carol
really?
from The Walking Dead. Yeah, I know Carol, Andrea, and Dale were all in it.
Oh wow.
I thought it was Carol, but
I know you're talking about the religious woman in the store.
I mean, I just use her as the example, along with like Joffrey, like two characters that you just hate so much.
Marcia Cross, I think.
Gay Harden. But yeah. So we've got that. But so then we've got. I'm trying to think what other topics.
Trouble in Paradise.
We're right. Will Rick and Daryl rekindle their bromance? Probably next episode.
Yeah, probably. I'm sorry. Me too.
I'm sorry about that, Rick.
I love you.
I'm sorry, Daryl. What are we going to do about Miss Jones?
They're always whispering to each other, like, why are you getting... And there's always one... They're back at the house, Alexandria talking to each other, like, so what are we going to do? I don't know. What should we do? And Michonne's just over there watching them, like, what is going on?
Are you guys keeping a secret? We're actually just talking about our favorite gun calibers. Why are you talking so low?
Carl's just watched them. Oh, I have two dads now.
Come on, guy. Which I think in the Walking Dead world, it's supposed to have technically started around like 2012. They said the show started 2010, but 2012. So I mean, it's like, Dad, it's 2014. I'm cool with it.
Is it 2014? How? Yeah,
I don't know what it would be in the show.
Because Judith grew like 5 years in the span of 2 years.
So I don't know. Maybe
time and bullets are crazy things in this world.
Because it started in 2010, but then in like 2011 and 12, you had the brand new 2013 Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, that was really good, dude. You should record commercial. Oh, yeah, you do.
But I'm trying to think anything else we've got.
Kind of boring. The best thing about it was learning a little bit of Negan's backstory. The last 10 minutes were pretty exciting.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else?
Those tense moments, like when they're walking through the zombies, Negan and Gabriel.
Yeah,
those are the kind of moments that I like. I just don't feel them enough.
Oh yeah.
And it was more than just them walking through zombies. It's like, oh my God, it's Negan and Gabriel.
Yeah,
like two people from the different sides of the track,
right, are like in close quarters. I mean, so there's multiple levels to it. It's not just, there's zombies going to get them, because we're past that now. Right. I liked when he opened that trailer gate. It's like the nuts on this guy, right? Because they cover themselves in balls of steel, and then he just opens the door and is just chilling, like, "What's up, fellas? Come on in. Beer's in the back." And they're all just piling in there. Come on, Ezekiel, get some guts and look at my big steel nuts. Bam! Man, that was beautiful. Can you say it again? Nope. Not even if I tried. Can't remember what I said.
Something about steel nuts. And get Ezekiel, get the guts.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
time to look at my steel nuts.
So I don't know, man. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we've left off. We're gonna. I feel like Father Gabriel is going to be taking Holly's place in the comics. I think that they're going to return him with a bag over his head because after their whole bonding experience, I feel like they just couldn't bring Negan to like straight up kill him cold.
Yeah.
Unless maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe he ordered like the guys. Like we'll see as they put him in the cell. You know, they were like, because maybe gentle was a code word. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll see them like put him in the cell, and as they're putting him in the cell, one of them just stabs him in the back, and it's like Negan sends his regards or something like that.
Or they could have taken him to the zombies first. Like to the I didn't think something could have happened between
Negan and getting we and it could have. We saw zombies fell on them. We didn't see what happened after that. So it very well could have been off screen. A zombie fell and got bit or something.
Probably just needs to take a poop. That's all it is.
I'm gonna tell you, man, at Taco Bell.
He just needs to have a poop and a Sprite and just take a nap.
Take a nice
nap. Sip with a little nice ice cold glass of some lemon lime soda.
So I think that's it. That's it. I'm so distracted today. Oh man, that's our other podcast from the other day. I'm trying to pull up the comment section on my phone here, and we are talking.
You and JP still doing that comic cast?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, good answer.
Comic cast.
I listen to it every
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I go on there and I like it too because I want to give you the views.
If you like comic books, we talk about comic books.
They talk about comic books. They know we. That's okay though.
Well, with JP and I, there's a we. With you, there's a they.
You guys want to let me play the Wii because there's one right here in the studio.
Last time you did, you threw the controller through the TV. Don't think I forgot about that.
My swing was great though. Are you there yet? I've been trying to stall.
Yeah, I'm here.
I got you.
All right. So
are you doing top comments or newest first?
I don't know that I have the option on my phone. I
should be three little bars with a little slash through it right at the top where the across from comments.
The first comment I have is from Savage Rick. Is that what you got?
No, I got Joe W. But you know what? We'll go with top comments. Here we go.
All right. So Savage Rick says, another great podcast, bros. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I feel like a dad when I say like, thank you, bro. Don't do drugs. Another great podcast, bros. My question this time is simply Simon versus Daryl. Who'd win in a fight? Probably Daryl. Simon's a big guy and he's ruthless, but I think Daryl would win.
Neither of them would hold back either. They both play dirty.
That'd be a fight I'd want to see.
I'd see that.
It'd be hard. I'm saying Daryl, but I could see scenarios where Simon wins too. So I don't know. I think we need to write in and like make this happen before they inevitably kill Simon off.
Right.
Because it's gonna happen. All right. Being it's just two of us, we don't have to do the two thing. We'll just go back and forth. So you can take on Gage there.
All right. Hey, Gage Waltner says, I'm so glad that I'm not the only one who thought that guy was Jeffrey Dahmer, the dude last week with the. Speaking of mass murderers.
Charles Manson died.
We talked about Charles Manson last week.
And we lost Malcolm Young, which he wasn't a mass murderer. He was just a rocker.
He murdered that guitar.
Right. But yeah, Charles Manson died, last night?
Yeah. 80-some years old.
Crazy bastard.
I read a quote about how I never wish for someone to die, but I have taken great joy in reading a few obituaries.
That is brilliant. Mm-hmm. That is brilliant. Michonne Grimes straight up says, hi, Matt.
Hi, Michonne Grimes.
Just didn't want to disappoint. Had to mention your name. Great podcast, guys.
I like
or what she meant was great podcast, Matt, guys, whatever.
She said guys.
On to Joe W.
What's up, guys? It's been a minute. Glad to be back. Just so you guys know, I'm still watching.
We never doubted you, Joe.
Wouldn't that be crazy if he was like, what's up, guys? I'm not watching anymore, but I just want to say hey because I miss you.
What's up, guys? Don't like you. Hate your show now. Just decided to pop in and say that. Joe, we appreciate you, man.
Always.
We never had lost faith in you.
The W stands for winner.
Yeah. Michonne Grimes says Maggie's been pregnant for 2 years. I think she's having an elephant. LOL.
So are elephants pregnant for like 2 years?
I mean, they are pregnant a lot longer than humans. Yeah.
Let's find. Hold on. Let's find out.
I think it could be 2 years. You might be right. I know that it is a lot longer than humans. I'm going to go ahead while you do that and read the next comment.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I can do this. Go ahead.
If they kill Carl, what or who will they get to take that storyline? His relationship with Negan once he's caught, and when the next big bad shows up. He has a lot more story. He does, but think about Andrea and Dale. Both of them had a lot more story ahead of them as far as the comics, and they cut them down. So, I mean, I do think that it will be, because Carl is a very pivotal part of the comics, but I think if they kill Carl off in the mid-season finale, as they're rumored to do, maybe they'll give it to what's her name, Enoch, Enid, that's it. I was going to say Enoch.
What is Enoch? That's just as weird.
I mean, I don't know. They probably won't give it to her because everybody still thinks she's a traitor. But I don't know where that'll go. But when we say that he has a lot of story left, you're absolutely right. But so do a lot of characters that get killed off on this show, and they just either completely ditch that story or they, will do something else. Like Carol shouldn't even be alive right now. She should have died back in the prison. By all intents
and purposes, no, she should be dead.
Right.
How long are elephants pregnant for?
Elephant gestation period. Asian elephant, 18 to 22 months, and African bush elephant.
Right on.
Michonne Grimes knows a thing or two about elephant pregnancy. That's
impressive.
A very specific subject, but still.
Speaking of Michonne Grimes, let's hear that next comment.
If they kill Carl...
That's the one I just did.
Guys, what do you think about the idea that Gabriel will end up getting Holly from the... Hey, look at that. We were just talking about that, too.
Yeah.
Remember, she's the one that Negan captured. I don't want to... I think we're pretty far into it by now. So basically, Denise had a certain death in there. She's thinking that Gabriel might have it.
Now, here's the question. If it is Gabriel, and that does transpire, who will Gabriel bite? Because that's the point in the comics.
Carl.
Dude, you could be right. The mid-season finale. Oh my God, that's genius. Mm-hmm. They won't do that.
No,
and I say that just because every time we have one of those moments where we're like, dude, that's some Game of Thrones level epicness there. They don't go that route. No. But dude, that would be such a shocker if they return Gabriel with the bag over his head like Holly from the comics, and instead of biting Denise, they'll take the bag off his head and he'll immediately bite Carl, and then the fighting will ensue. And that'd be brilliant. That'd be a brilliant way to... oh my gosh,
we
that
can
would
only
be awesome.
wish.
All right, so and then Michonne Grimes said because I got the next one right, so you'll be taking Jeep. I think you wanted that one anyway.
Jeep. Yep.
So yeah, Michonne Grimes. Hey guys, I heard the news this morning that Manson was in the hospital dying, which you posted that 3 days ago, and yep, he died.
He held out for 3 days.
He died. On to Jeep.
So Jeep. I haven't had a chance to
let
go
us holler
back.
at you.
Let me because. Jeep says, I brought up the whole idea of zombie animals like a year ago, and you guys thought it was dumb. I'm not going to lie to you. If I said that, I don't know why. Like, I can't. Zombie animals sounds amazing.
Right.
If you can find that comment, or if you can find that clip, then I will get a personal, because we're approaching 500 subscribers, so we're going to do something special.
By the way, please share with your friends, family, create new accounts and like it. Just get us
tell
to
your enemies if you don't like it, whatever.
Oh, man.
But Jeep, if I did say that, if we did, crap on your view of a zombie animal, then I'm sorry, but I don't think that happened.
And I'm not going to lie. When I was saying
why would I say that sucks? That sounds awesome.
Well, and even when I said, because I know they're not going to do a zombie mutant tiger. Like, I know that. So when I'm like, that sounds, rad or something, I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I would be very shocked awesome to see a radioactive, but
no one thinks you're dumb, Jeep. So moving on. Now Shiva might be one, and we're still not.
Well, she never thought.
Jesus, Jeep, just drop it.
We never thought that she's. Yeah. All right.
I hope Rick doesn't trade those guns for Gabriel. I might trade a can of peas for him, and that's only if I was in a good mood. Ugh, I'll trade all the peas. I don't really care for them. Speaking of trades, Carol just made me really sad that I traded in my Ford Ranger. Those things can apparently hold back a lot of bullets. Mm-hmm. What was it Daryl said to Rick after he climbed up the hill?
No clue.
I replayed it like 5 times, still couldn't understand it. Just do what I do, turn the closed captioning on.
Because Daryl likes to mumble.
Didn't Rick push the guy's body out of the truck before it went down to the gully? No, I didn't think so. I'm very confused by all of that.
Yeah, he did. He pushed him out. That's why he was laying on the side of the road.
Why aren't they taking the guns from the dead saviors? Maybe they are and we're just not paying attention. Because the whole plan is to kill them and then to have them turn into zombies. Right?
Here's a side note. If you look, the guy that was driving that truck on the episode 4, the guy that was driving that truck, when he was having the shootout with Carol, I'm pretty sure he had like an M14. If it wasn't an M14, it was some kind of semi-automatic rifle. It was not a fully automatic. And you can look at the magazine. It has like a 7-8 round mag max, right, coming out the bottom, and watch like when they edited it, or I guess or put it together, it's like it's like even if they do make that gun in a fully automatic, and it might not be an M14, maybe it's like an M1 or something like that, but if regardless, whatever it is, it's a semi-automatic, and even if they did make it an automatic, it would really suck because with that small of a magazine, it would go.
In the Walking Dead universe, bullets and guns do not act like they do in the normal world.
No.
Much. That's the reason that that Dwight can hold a gun weird.
Right.
Andrew Lee can side holds a revolver. Like who
Right.
who holds it like they're in? It's so crazy.
WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG.
I don't know why y'all don't have more viewers of the podcast. I'm so confused because you guys are bleeping awesome.
That was a
yes,
really good
thank
edit.
you so much, WYSIWYG.
right.
Yeah, you think I said bleep or made the sound, but I actually hit a button.
That was
yeah.
really good.
But thank you so much. We really appreciate that, and we do hope that we can get to like 500 and just
We're so
keep
close.
going.
It's gonna be
We're getting
exciting.
there. But anyway, R.I.P. Shiva, and thanks Podcasting Dead. I love this channel and truly miss y'all during the off season. Well, and the crick.
Yep.
Call back to
Anybody
last
who's
week's
from the
podcast.
South knows about a crick.
But, well, that's awesome. And don't worry, this off season, I think we're going to start doing a lot more. Matt and I were talking about possibly doing some like GoPro shots and going to explore like some haunted areas, because where we are at, I don't want to give the exact location yet, right now, but where we're at, man, there are so many.
Salem, Massachusetts. That's where we are.
There
right
are
now.
so
No, I'm just kidding.
many
We're in
haunted
Portland,
areas around here. I mean, so many, and then in surrounding counties and like next state over. So we might start doing that and see, and just I don't know. We're throwing ideas around. We might start doing some game commentating. We might start podcasting about other shows or movies. So WYSIWYG, I don't think you will be missing us too much in the off season this year.
Good.
And-
She's going to miss me next week, though. I'm not going to be here next week.
That's right.
That's right. I didn't want to bring it up.
I get
until
1 week
later,
without
but
JP, then 1 week without you.
This
What the
happened
hell?
last year. Hey, look, first of all, I can't help when JP gets the flu, but for the past 3 years, and you can go back and listen to all the episodes, there's that one time in November every year when I'm not here. Mm-hmm. At one time. There's a couple episodes that I missed. Maybe when we have like Comic Cast, I guess I don't really get around to this.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't do comic casts.
And I love the fact that I don't even really follow the comic. The only reason I'm buying them is because you kind of convinced me they're good collector's items. And they're
Right.
good stories, but I'm not really into them like you guys are. So it's really fun. I like listening to them. You guys have some good
I don't
chemistry.
know
You
what
guys should
you're
do more
talking about.
podcasts
We don't,
together.
no,
I'm
we don't.
trying.
We don't. You might be listening to someone else. Miss Bubs for fun.
Bubs for fun.
That's on you.
Oh, that's me. All right. King Ezekiel's performance was great in this episode.
I agree.
Oh, my
I love
God.
King Ezekiel.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like the way that I ain't your king and stuff like that. But when he's, we today, not one of our ranks will fall. All of them will. I also love when Jerry finally used his battle axe.
Hell yeah.
That
And
was
then he immediately
badass, yeah.
broke it.
No. I'm getting kind of bored with this Carol as Rambo or the Terminator storyline. I also agree that Daryl takes away from potential storylines from other characters.
Absolutely, man.
100%.
So many characters that like Tyrese should have had more of a presence than he did. Jesus
Yeah.
should have more
I
of a
miss
presence.
Tyrese
it's
so much,
I like
man.
Tyrese a lot. He was like a big teddy bear that would destroy you.
Yeah.
So many characters that would have had more of a presence and more impact on the story and on Rick and on us as an audience, but they all had to be sidelined because Daryl. And finally, Morrison Carol. This was the best.
Marshawn, maybe it's Marshawn.
Marshawn, yeah, there you go. I think you're right. I think this was the best episode so far.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree. Way
Last
better.
week's?
Yeah, last week's episode
It was a good
I
episode.
think it was the best episode this season.
I think
well, I don't
the
know if
third
they mean,
episode was my favorite episode this season, the one where Jesus and Morgan fought. That was my
Yeah,
favorite.
it was. I just wish it was a good fight. It was good choreography and all that. But I think it's because we've been wanting to see it for so long.
Wanting to see Jesus finally be a badass. We know he's a badass in the comics, and we know that they hint towards it in the show, but we don't fully see it. And finally, that's been recognized. So
So
that's my favorite episode.
What's on our recap for now? Rick goes to the trash people next week.
Yep, Rick goes to the trash people. What's wrong with Gabriel? I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing like a recap,
Yeah.
and I'll start posing
Do you
questions.
see how these ideas just happen?
Yeah,
like
you guys are
live
a part
like
of the
this?
creative process.
It's amazing.
So yeah, we'll start recapping. So again, I said it earlier, but I kind of got off track. So what's going to happen with Simon and Negan? What's going to happen with Rick and Daryl? What's going to happen with Rick and the garbage people? What is wrong with Father Gabriel?
I hope.
Will
maybe
Eugene rat Dwight out?
Gregory's scrambled eggs looked really good though.
Yeah.
Go back and they looked really fluffy, like
Yeah, they look
Gordon
delicious.
Ramsay's scrambled
Yeah.
eggs, where you cook them in the pot. You know,
The
what I'm talking
secret
about?
is sour cream and whipping cream.
That's true. Creme fraiche.
I use both. Some people are like, you only need one. No, I use
Why
both.
don't you calm down, you fancy son
Yeah, I
of a
pour a
gun?
little whipping cream in there, and then while I'm cooking them, take like a spoonful of
Whipping cream is great.
sour cream, put it in there,
Oh, do you throw it in there like that?
and whip it.
That was a pretty good sound
Yeah.
effect.
So, I think that's all we've, as far as the recap. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions posed. I mean, we're going to, it's a lot going on, man, as we get what we are just 3 episodes away from the mid-season finale.
It's true. I'm trying to text JP real quick, find out what he gives the rating on the episode.
You do that. That's a great idea. I didn't even think to text JP beforehand and be like, so what'd you think?
Sent it. I'm waiting to hear
I don't
back
know. He
from
might
him.
not have got a chance to catch it yet because he posted
dear.
on Facebook at 1 o'clock that the last time he had gotten up at 1 o'clock to throw up, it was alcohol related.
Oh, so this time it's pregnancy
I
related.
think. Yeah, totally. Totally. But yeah, so being that we're talking about ratings, let's go ahead and knock that out. Matt, starting with you, what are you going to give it?
6.
Oh, man, I'm not going to go that low.
Yeah, I am.
6? Not even like 6.5.
No, I'm not really a fan of exposition.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with a teetering between 7.5 and 8. Let's go to 7.75.
7.7. Oh,
Never
wow. We're
before
doing
on the
fractions
podcast.
now.
Yeah, we are getting specific.
There is a first time for everything.
No doubt.
Oh, JP, you better text me.
Oh, man, we're going to give it a second to see what JP does.
Is he gonna do it? No,
He's
it's
probably asleep.
Oh, there's my text. Let's find out. It's Thanksgiving time.
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
He said 2.5.
Are you...
He didn't say.
I don't know. I was
haven't
gonna
heard
say, I
back
don't
from
know
him.
if
He's
I
probably
believe
asleep
that.
or something.
I mean, keep in mind, this is the guy that thought that the Oceanside episode was fantastic and gave it like a 9 out of 10 when everyone else
this
gave
is
it
a guy
like
who thinks that Carl is already dead.
Yeah, right. So. We will see next time. Well, next week in studio, I'll have just JP and not Matt. I'm not digging this,
Just
dude.
give me a call for a minute. I'll talk to you for just a minute. We'll ease into it.
Nah, we'll be all right.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right.
Oh, man, I'm trying to make you feel good, but whining's just not my thing. So have a
Okay.
good time. We'll the
thanks.
show will carry on.
Okay, well,
We will miss you, though.
I'm not a fan of that.
Truly and honestly.
If I'm not around,
this.
the show needs to just collapse.
We would never do a podcast without you.
Not one podcast will be done without you.
Not one.
Multiple.
So, yeah, but we will miss you next week. We hope you have fun at the beach, though.
Thanks,
Bring me
I
back
am.
something good.
I am. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm just playing. You don't have to bring me back something
I know I
good.
don't have to. I do it because I want to.
Funko Pops.
Yeah, I know.
Or Laffy Taffy.
Oh, Laffy
Or
Taffy.
saltwater
Laffy.
taffy.
There we go. I was like, Laffy Taffy, bro. I'll go to the store over there and get you this. Right across the
It's
street.
straight from the beach,
Yeah.
man. Not totally
Laffy
not
Taffy
from
from the beach is so much better than Laffy Taffy from
Totally
anywhere else.
not from the BP up the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Matt gave it I'm just going to go ahead and swing it over to an 8 because I actually enjoyed this episode. It was a lot-
God, let's
it
get
was
off here before you keep going up and up.
It was a tense episode. Lots of things
Tense
are at
moments.
stake. I enjoyed the episode. So 8 versus Matt 6. I feel like JP would probably meet us right in the middle and give it.
The whole episode was full of people I don't like.
Oh, speaking of which, before we close this out, I did see that Denise is going to be in a show that looks really good. I guess coming out on Netflix.
All right, well,
It's
everybody have
Western.
a good night. Take
A
it easy.
Western. Do you know what I'm talking
What is
about?
it, like
Have you seen
Westworld
this?
Western?
I have to look at
Is
that.
it called Damnation? Is it that one
I
that's
think
on?
so,
It's like
yeah,
on
it's-
not T. Where is that on? What channel?
I know I saw the trailer on Netflix. But yeah. Oh, wait, JP texted
Yes,
you back.
JP just texted
Oh, wow.
me back.
What did he give it?
He said JP hasn't even watched it yet.
Why does he refer to himself in the third
Does
person?
he do that to you all the time?
He
This is
does
the first
that
time
in
I've seen
person.
that.
No, he does that in person, not just on text message.
He sees it in movies and TV. Sometimes people do it and it's cool.
We'll be at the gym, and he'll say, "Oh,
JP is feeling it."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, JP's not feeling it today.
Oh, no.
I'm like, are we in a story I don't know of? Like, are you?
But yeah, Damnation.
narrating
I've had to
my
run a
life?
lot of those commercials, so I've
Yeah.
heard it. I just can't remember what it's on. But it's,
Yeah.
it's like the railroad. I mean, I don't care because it's
A lot of female
whatever.
badasses in the show, it seems.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I know.
Aren't we due for some?
I know that you aren't too excited to see Denise. So.
Maybe. Hey, you know what? I'm all for an actor progressing their career, and just as long as she grows,
Yeah.
and is.
So check it
Makes
out.
me mad.
We will be doing a Punisher podcast soon.
What?
Because
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to finish it up.
I'm close.
I'm really
I'm not
digging
even
what I've
close. I'm
seen
like
so
3
far.
episodes in.
Yeah,
I'm
that's where
sorry.
I am. But I really like what I'm seeing so far. It's
Wonderful.
On
Wonderful
track to be
show.
my favorite. I love it. So we'll talk about that maybe in the next week or so.
They balance the action with the detective kind of police procedural
A lot
kind
of
thing.
elements
Oh
that
yeah,
work in
I like
this
keeps
show.
you guessing and stuff.
Yeah.
Really good. I like it.
Not just like the first episode, man. You don't even see much action until like towards the end, but it's
Oh
still
my
a
god,
very good episode.
That's so good.
It is.
That is
It
a good
So
scene.
We'll talk about that and discuss this show. Maybe even Stranger Things 2. You haven't seen that yet, have
Maybe
you?
I'll check it out. Maybe I'll Wikipedia it or something. Maybe I'll wait for the novelization of the series.
There you go. The graphic novel.
Yeah, they've already cleared it for 3 and 4.
Have they done for 4? I thought they
Yeah.
were ended on 3. No
Nah,
kidding.
man, they cleared it for 4.
Oh,
It's sure gonna milk
Kids are
that
going to
for
be
all
like
the money.
adults by the end of it.
Yeah.
All right, so we will see you next week. I'm Justin.
Matt. Oh.
Knock out. You usually do such a good
and
JP.
I'm JP, and JP is JP.
Bam, that was perfect.
Thank you.